I don't know. God was like, yeah, that's cute. Listen, this is what's gonna happen. You're gonna be over here and you're gonna get this work if you want these blessings. So I started doing local stage plays and some commercials. And 2002, I auditioned for my first national touring um, stage play, gospel stage play, musical, and I booked it. I was like, ooh, let me get a class. Let me get some acting classes. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't want to just be up there and hired because of an aesthetic. I want to have some technique and some foundation behind this and understand what I'm doing and understand how not to just be good at it, but be honest and find the magic and be really good if possible. So I did, and the more I studied, the more, opportunities came. I went from that play to another one, to a couple more commercials, to a lead in '04, and that's Tyler came when we were here in Atlanta, matter of fact, at the Fox, I believe. Um, he came and saw Not a Day Goes By, and I was the lead in that. And he talked to me after. He said, I believe you when you're up there on stage. Like, I believe that you're the character and not you saying some memorized lines. And I'm like, thank you, because that means a lot. And he said, well, I'm shooting Diary of a Mad Black Woman this summer. I'm thinking about a role in there for you, if that's cool. I'm like, absolutely. And he said, I'm taking Madea Goes to Jail out in 2005, in January. Would you consider? I was like, hell yeah, what you mean would I consider? Let's go. Hell yeah. Hell with 7 L's at the end. Hell yeah. And so that's how we started working together. And I learned a lot about, professionalism and structure of production, and how to stitch a story together, how to show up and be prepared, be punctual, the consequences if you're not. Oh yeah, you can get fired, you get the ad-libbing, or you don't know your stuff, or you late over and over and over, you get fined, and then it might be a plane ticket under your door.
Have you ever been fined or?
I got fined. I ran across the street to get a Subway sandwich. I was hungry. And one of our older cast members, not old, but older, a little more seasoned. I think she was probably like 50. But we love her. Phenomenal jazz singer, Chandra Corelli. She texted me, was like, hey, I heard you over the Subway. Grab me something, please. I was like, I got you, Corelli. So, and I knew I was cutting it close, but it's Corelli. So, I went, got back in line, got her sandwich, came back, I was a minute late. $250 fine. Oh, I was hot. I ain't talked to the production manager for about a month, maybe. I think I was like, don't even look at me. Only $200 for this. And I ain't snitch. I ain't even say what the circumstances were. I just dealt with it. I took it like a man. But I trust. That was the most expensive sandwich I ever had, and I was never late again. Ever. So after that point, if I didn't have enough time, I cut my phone off. Like, I'm not getting your sandwich request, and I'm gonna get fined or sent home. So yes, I got fined.
Wow, that's expensive.
That's an expensive Subway sandwich. So, but you live and you learn, and being around. There's so many. David Tamler, man, Terrell Carter, Cheryl Pepsi Riley. So many wonderfully talented, hella melanated cast. And it's an opportunity to learn so much, and I did. It was wonderful. And came out of the Madea stuff in '07 after doing Madea Goes to Jail and What's Done in the Dark. I moved to LA. I had saved up all my Madea money, and I wanted to start the journey into TV and film and commercials. And it's scary, and it's completely different because theater has to be big. Everybody up there has to feel your energy, and you don't have a conversation like this. You have it, it's big, and it's I told you how I felt. It's big. TV is completely the opposite. It's us talking, and what I think comes across in my eyes and in my face, and what I feel comes across in my voice and in my eyes. And so I had to unlearn some of the theater stuff, compartmentalize that, and it was slow, almost quit. It was really slow, and I was burning through my Madea money. And by the grace of God, I slowly started booking stuff.
I want to jump back really quickly. You said you almost quit. What made you particularly almost quit or give up?
Lack of work. and the difficulty in making that transition from theater to TV and film. Sometimes you have an agent, sometimes you don't. You can't get a good agent without work, and you can't get work without a good agent. And I'm known at a national level from doing multiple stage plays, and still couldn't book anything, TV and film, and it's discouraging and frustrating, but it's part of the journey. So I think God was like, okay, let me see if you're gonna break and fold or not. And he just sat back and kind of let me, you know, I yelled and cussed at him a couple times. I almost cussed right there, sorry God. I definitely yelled and cussed that guy a few times, and I shouldn't have, but we have a relationship where I'm honest with him. I don't disrespect him anymore, but I'm honest. And work starts showing. Opportunities start becoming confirmed blessings, and I honored everything by making sure I treated it like the blessing it was. And some of the same companies kept hiring me over and over. Tridescent Studios, they booked me for my first lead role, Perfect Combination, I want to say 2009 or 2010, and I probably did 7 or 8 projects with them. Because all they ask is that you be a professional, show up on time, prepared, know your stuff, be easy to work with. Simple, do your job. Don't be a pain, don't create conflict and trauma. You know, come in, kick butt, go home. And that's kind of the way it was with multiple networks and multiple shows, and thankfully, some of the same showrunners, even to this day, still the same thing. You do a good job. On one show I played this super villain in the TV show called Supernatural. I played Michael, one of my favorite roles. He had powers, and he could fly and all of this, but he was evil, but charming evil. It was fun. And that same showrunner allowed me to come in and audition for the show The Boys, and I ended up booking that. And so I'm on The Boys currently as well. It's just a testament to, you know, if we honor the blessing, it could be a multi-layered blessing, and that's what it ended up being.
It's like almost like a full circle moment, kind of.
Oh, absolutely, yeah, and I know that gentleman, his name. Most of the people that have been a blessing to me, I make it a point to, you know, keep in contact, continue to email, continue to at least just say, hey, thank you, you know, check, hey, how the hell you doing? How are you and your family? How your kids? How's your dog? How's your goldfish? Things like that. It's important. You know, they were instrumental in me being here in this moment, and the blessing of it all.
I want to jump to talking about All the Queens Men, which is becoming a favorite of mine. I'm a little late to the game, but I'm enjoying it.
Welcome. I'm glad you're here, though. You got it.
Yes.
You got it.
So when you first wrote the book, 2010, right?
Yeah, I wrote it was a movie at first.